Today on Canadian Firearms Review, we're going to be taking a look at the Savage 10 TR.
So starting down below, we have about a 1.5 to 2 inch thick, comfy buttstock that's actually gonna pretty much reduce your recoil to almost none. And I'll get into something else that I added to this rifle later that actually made this recoil pretty much go down to nothing. So inside, well, first off, it's the Savage famous AccuStock. I'm not too familiar with the AccuStock because this is my first Savage rifle ever. But I did take the butt pad off and I looked inside, and all that was in there was just a simple piece of styrofoam, and that seemed to stop all the vibrations and everything that you have with your normal typical hollow rifle. So what I did was I just took that piece of styrofoam out, and I went and got some of that crack filler you put around your windows, stuck it in there, let it dry, and now this thing is solid. So moving on up here, it also comes with a Savage's famous Accu trigger, and I'm pretty sure this one is stocked to 2.5 pounds, which is a very light trigger. So as you can see here, it has the first stage and then the second stage, and is very, very light. So moving up to the safety, it's actually a 2-stage safety, as you can see. So when it's fully unsafe, you cannot cock the gun at all. When it is on the first stage, you can cock it, but you cannot pull the trigger. Now when you take it off, go to the second stage, you can dry fire it. And this doesn't go without mention, this huge tactical bolt knob that came on this rifle. That makes everything just so smooth. It makes it so easy to pick it up. It's way more torque. It's such a smooth bolt. Now the only thing I really didn't care for on this rifle, and that makes it hard to get kind of aftermarket stocks and chassis for this rifle, was the bottom bolt release right down there. So in order to release the actual bolt, you have to press that button and pull the trigger, and the bolt will slide out. Another thing that came standard on this rifle was the Picatinny rail. Standard normally is 20 MOA, but I believe this is just 0 MOA. I don't have any plans on changing it because I'm not going to be making any super long distance shots with it right away. But down the road, I could definitely see myself putting a 20 MOA Picatinny rail on this. So as you move down, it's your typical 4 sheet of paper free floated barrel on the AccuStock. It comes with 2 sling swivels, one for a bipod. As you can see here, I put on a Harris bipod, and I still have 1 sling swivel that's left over for a sling if I wanted to actually make this into a bush gun, carry it in the woods, go shoot a deer. So moving on to the barrel, it's a 24-inch matte blued heavy barrel, and it also is threaded. Now that was huge to me because although in Canada here we can't get suppressors, I wanted to make this gun look as tactical as I possibly could. So I went out and I bought myself Alberta Tactical Rifle Supplies Muzzle Break, and I got that installed. This muzzle brake ran me about $150 with shipping and taxes, but as you can see, it really adds to the look of the rifle. And going back to the recoil of the rifle, it literally reduced this recoil of this rifle almost down to none. Perfect, love it, and I'd highly recommend an Alberta Tactical Rifle muzzle brake to anyone. So even though it's winter here in Canada and sometimes it's hard to get out to a range, we're lucky enough to have a local 100-meter range that we actually had to kind of snowshoe into.
Yeah.
But we took this out last Sunday and we had a lot of fun with it. So all we did was, I haven't really went and actually invested in a nice tactical scope yet. So just this 4 to 12 times 40 simple scope, we put her on and we had some fun at a 100-meter range.
That scope isn't overly accurate either. The reticle is kind of thick and kind of inaccurate, but we were able to touch bullets at 100 meters, almost putting round into round. So the rifle itself was plenty accurate. If you put a more accurate scope on that thing, you'd be able to push it out to 1,000 easy.
One thing we noticed is that if you're actually behind the rifle shooting with the Alberta Tactical Rifle muzzle brake, is you don't feel anything when you shoot this gun. It is unbelievable. But as he found out the hard way, if you're standing on the side, you're taking video, you're gonna feel the concussion of this rifle in your chest.
It's painful. It is. Like, I was wearing ear protection, and being beside this muzzle brake, it was making my ears ring with ear protection on. It was that bad. The concussion was that bad. But like you said, when you're behind the rifle, there's like virtually no recoil, and it makes it very comfortable to shoot. And even for new shooters who aren't used to shooting kind of like a higher caliber rifle that might be intimidated to shoot a 308, with that muzzle brake on it, it really tamed the rifle down and it made it a lot easier to shoot.
Yeah, we actually had a couple girls out to the range with us this week, and they had zero problems shooting this rifle at all. They handled it very well, and they as well were putting bullet holes on top of bullet holes. It was awesome to see.
So thanks for watching our video on the Savage 10 TR. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.